Hey everybody, welcome back. Marcus Graves back again with another breakdown, this time to the teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 9 we now know is titled The Rise of Skywalker. Let's get on into it. The teaser starts off with Rey panting, her facial expression unsure and fearful. But then, her breathing begins to slow. She allows calm to wash over her. She is gaining confidence. She is gaining serenity. She is gaining assurance. She still wrestles with the trait of lack of self-assurance, however she has learned the characteristic of self-controlling. Though she wrestles, she is able to get a handle on herself and her emotions.
We've passed on all we know.
Luke, Obi-Wan, Yoda, the Jedi, they're all gone. She is the embodiment of the Order now. This idea that she is on her own, one, could be an element of why she is panting and unsure at the beginning, more on that in a second, but two, it conveys Rey's resolute characteristic, that even with this reality, that she is the sole one to carry the burden of this order, she will push forward. As she grabs the weapon of the Jedi, the lightsaber,
1,000 generations live in you now.
she readies herself. A tie can be heard coming from the distance. She stands ready against it.
But this is your fight.
Her uncertainty came with facing this fight alone, but she has resolved within herself that she will fight it. As the tie gets closer, it is revealed to be Kylo Ren's TIE Interceptor. This is the struggle that has been the main through line in this sequel trilogy. Regardless of the cohesiveness or lack thereof between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, this has been a constant, and this is what will end the trilogy. The sequences that follow are scored to Leia's theme, a touching tribute to Carrie Fisher. But other than just a tribute, it makes one wonder how much of Leia's presence will be involved throughout the film. We do see her later, but all reports say that these are shots taken from deleted Force Awakens scenes, so that question still remains. Kylo Ren is in a forest that he and his First Order troops are raising. This harkens back to the teaser for Episode 7. But this scene, with the fire and smoke, the red-hued atmosphere, the physicality of Ren, Kylo's aggressiveness is conveyed here, his ferocity, his helmet now the embodiment of his character's progression, rebuilt, reconstructed, but this time fractured, the glowing red possibly conveying a forcefully restrained rage. His crossguard lightsaber also reflected this chaotic indulgence, with wires fraying and his blade crackling with energy. Now his helmet has become the same. He may not be more machine, but he is becoming
Twisted and evil.
Oh, and before we move on, I couldn't miss this opportunity. The other part of this teaser are hero shots of a new location, Finn and Poe, BB-8 and a new droid, Lando and Chewie, Finn, Poe, and 3PO being chased down by who may be First Order troopers, with jetpacks. And then we get to this, Leia embracing Rey as Rey wells with tears. Given the backlighting, this sequence may be a communion with her spirit in the netherworld of the Force. I hesitate to say Force Ghost because that's a skill that must be learned, by all except for Anakin apparently. Qui-Gon had to learn it, who then taught it to Yoda and Obi-Wan, who most likely taught it to Luke. George said that Anakin's status as the Chosen One and his power kind of granted him a Force Ghost Hall Pass. So this may be something completely different. Leia may not be able to keep her individuality in the Force, but perhaps she is powerful enough that if Rey opens the lines of communication, she could commune with her. And we now come to the holy shit moment of the teaser trailer. The remnants of the Death Star 2 as a very familiar cackle breaks through the darkness. Now, what could this mean? Luke's voiceover says no one is ever gone, which of course, this being coupled with images of the Death Star 2 and hearing Palpatine, of course stir up memories of the original EU, now known as Legends, of the Emperor cloning himself into many different bodies, transferring his soul through the Force into these clones. They could go that route. But narratively, is that a story you want to bring in and then in the same film wrap up? Now, possible spoilers for episode 9. If you want to know nothing, jump to this time right here. There were rumors that Matt Smith may be playing a young Palpatine. Hearing the Emperor here makes this possibility even more probable. And finally, the title. The Rise of Skywalker. The Rise of Skywalker? You know, for something touted to be the end of that family name saga, rise is certainly an interesting word to go with. Could it mean a redemption for Ben Solo, who is in the line of the Skywalkers? Could it mean that Rey has some Skywalker in her? What y'all looking at me for? I don't know. I know just as much as y'all. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there, my short film yin and yang, reactions, breakdowns, all that good stuff that's on there, and much, much more to come. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.